In this video on creativity and negotiations, I want to talk to you specifically about the role of creativity when developing your negotiating strategy. Okay, well, there are several approaches you can take. Quite frankly, there are innumerable approaches you can take, but there are some well-recognized approaches that have been shown to foster creativity or the ability to create new and diverse ideas in that regard. So to start with, let's begin with incubation. Okay, incubation is part of a formal problem-solving process, but it's the part of the process that, once again, where you identify the problem, you incubate it, you illuminate it, or you bring it to light, and then you verify it. Okay, the incubation stage is where you think about it and you ideate on it. Okay, so part of the problem, you implement this part of the problem solving process and focus upon it as a method or manner of developing strategy. So that's what incubation is. It means mulling over something. Okay, other forms of creativity in developing strategy involve creativity templates. Okay, so there are many recognized templates, mental templates that individuals follow when they are seeking to be creative, to come up with new ideas and things like that. One of the most common is form, flow, and originality, right? But basically what we're saying here in terms of templates is you use a mental template to guide you through the process, right, for coming up with ideas that fit within that template or paradigm. Okay. Another approach could be brainstorming. Most people understand the concept of brainstorming. That is, you in some way crowdsource the idea generation process and you record everything and you go from there. There are so many variations of brainstorming. Brainwriting is one of the more common ones. But anyway, using this approach where you collectively come up with ideas and then either diverge upon them or converge upon them, which brings us into our next strategy approach or creative approach in developing strategy is convergent and divergent thinking. Okay, convergent thinking is where you take lots of ideas and try to come down to one single answer or idea. Divergent thinking is where you go broad and you keep going broader. You start with an objective outcome and you think broadly out from there in different directions to see how you could ultimately arrive at that center spot from these various paths that you come up with. Okay, so once again, thinking about strategies in that way, particularly in terms of the objectives that you hope to employ in achieving your outcome in a negotiation, this can be extremely useful. And then the last is psychological flow. Okay, and that's either being inductive or deductive in your reasoning. Okay, when you are trying to arrive at, again, objectives or tactics to use or an orientation to choose. Deductive is, as the name implies, you deduce something. You come up with your hypothesis or idea and you present the information and you deduce something from the information, right? Inductive is when you induce someone towards something, right? So once again, you provide the information up front, okay? You provide, and then you're trying to induce them towards a way of thinking, right? So either of these upward or downward flows are different directions for how you process information and how you come up with new ideas. Okay, and we talk more in communications about the difference in inductive and deductive. We also have separate material on convergent and divergent thinking. In our creativity material, we talk more about brainstorming and some of the variations. So anyway, these are ways that you can integrate these creativity concepts in the negotiation process by using them to help you come up with strategies or a strategic plan. In a separate video, we talk about some specific tactics that are creative in nature that can be useful in the negotiation process.